This is about possessive adjectives. Things that you should know are word gender, so is it a masculine word or a feminine word, and identifying whether a word is singular or plural. So casa would be singular, casas, houses would be plural. Why are we doing this? To show possession of an item, or basically who possesses or who owns it. Now, some things to know is that possessive adjectives always go before the noun. So if I'm saying it's Tracy's house, I'm not going to say Tracy's casa. I'll say her house or su casa. Also, then this is the trickiest part that's easily mixed up. The adjective needs to agree with what is being owned, what is being possessed. So if it's my pencils, even though I am only one person, me, pencils are plural. So lapises, it would be mis lapises instead of mi lapises. Now here are the actual possessive adjectives that you need to know. Me is my or mine. You can tell that because it looks a lot like me. Now if I have something that's plural that's mine, I'm going to add an S, mis. Tu, you can probably figure out it looks a lot like your or you. So you or your. Please note that the U does not have an accent. Look, tu. No accent means it's a possessive adjective. If you put an accent, that's a subject pronoun now. So no accent. Su, mine, yours, and this one is his or hers. So that's talking about one person's something. And then if they have more than one thing, sus. This can also mean, by the way, that it belongs to you formal. You formal is usted. So if you were talking to me and you said your pencil, and you're talking to me and you would use usted, instead of saying tu lápiz, you would say su lápiz to me. Nuestro is our or ours. So we own something, it is ours. Vuestro or vuestra, because this can be masculine or feminine, that is like saying you all own something. So, and it sounds kind of weird in English, but y'all's. So the test that you all took, or y'all's test, vuestra examen, okay? And then su or sus, it can mean his or hers, but it also means theirs. Or, if you see ustedes, remember, usted you would use su lápiz. So if you're talking to two teachers, you would say sus lápices, okay? Or su lápiz, because it's still one pencil being owned by them. So some examples to work through that I have up here. Her house. So what is it? It's a house, and that is casa, one house, casa. Now whose is it? Hers. Hers is going to be su. Since it's not more than one house, we are going to stick with su. Su casa, her house. My pencils. Well, pencil is lápiz. Plural of pencils is lápices. Lápices. And it's my. So it's going to be mi or mis. Now, since pencils are plural, and it has to agree with the pencils, it is going to be mis lápices. Even though I am only one person, my pencils are plural. My pencils. Your friends. Well, friends is plural, and it's not amigo. It's going to be amigos. Amigos. Your is going to be tu. And because friends is plural, so will the adjective be. Tus amigos. Tus amigos. Our classroom. One classroom is la sala de clase, so one classroom. Oh, that should be green. Excuse me. Sala de clase, classroom. Our is going to be nuestro or nuestra. Since it's la sala de clase, it will be nuestra. And since it's only one classroom, it'll stay nuestra, no plural, even though we are more than one. Remember, it agrees with what's being owned. Classroom is singular, feminine. So, nuestra sala de clase. Nuestra sala de clase. Please pause the video to go through these practice examples. All right, now we're going to work through these. Remember, purple is the possessive adjective and green is the item. So I'm always going to write the item first. Y'all's test. This is one test that I'm talking about. So it's going to be examen. By the way, examen is masculine. Now, y'all's is not going to be nuestro, it will be vuestro. And since it's masculine, it stays vuestro. Only one test stays singular. Vuestro examen. Now, instead of examen, you wrote prueba, which is also another word for test. Prueba. This is a feminine word, la prueba. Again, it's one test. But instead of vuestro, now it will be, because this is feminine, vuestra, our or y'all's test, excuse me. Vuestra prueba. You could have had either of those examples. Sarah's dog. Dog is perro. And Sarah is going to be her dog, which will be su. One dog. Now, you can also write it as el perro de Sarah. And that would be fine too. You don't even have to use a possessive for that one if you want to be more clear on whose dog it is. My books. Books is going to be libros. Now this is los libros. This is a masculine plural word. My is going to be me, but since books are plural, it will be not me, but mis. Her grandparents. Grandparents is the same as grandfather, abuelos. Abuelos. Her is going to be su. Since the grandparents are hers, plural grandparents, instead of su, you will write sus. Oops. Abuelos should be green. We're actually going to go over the last three in class, so make sure you write them down and have them with you.